What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL Grant Stimulus Update Lucky 7. It is Monday, March the 15th, the Ides of March 2021. Please do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL in your comments below. And if you're having a good time making a boatload of money in the stock market from the 9 picks I gave you 2 Fridays ago, I mean, oh my goodness. AEZS, Allen, Edward, Zebra, Sam, up another 35% today. And yes, I still own all 9 names. Anyone who did the same that I recommended 2 Fridays ago, you're up over 70%. Let me say that again. You're up collectively on all 9 names, 70% on your money, just like that. So if you're interested in making money in the markets or you want to learn how, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to warn you. I'm on a fast. I'm on a 72-hour fast. I haven't had anything to eat, no coffee, nothing, for almost 48 hours. I break the fast tomorrow night for dinner. Why am I doing this? The word on the internet, and I've seen this for years, is that 72 hours can reset your immune system. And I've been feeling a little off, especially my back. It's been killing me lately. It might be my kidney. It might be something else. So I've had enough. I'm getting healthy because we're going to launch a business here real soon. I know I've been teasing you with that, but I've been waiting for you guys to get your 10 grand. And I have to have all my ducks in a row. I got to be healthy as a horse so I can grow your business. I don't care if you got 500 employees, which is going to be the cutoff. That is a small business definition. But most of you are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees. I guarantee if you sign up and create a profile, if you're used to getting 100 hits a month on your website, it's going way higher. Because not only am I going to mention you guys in videos like this, I'm going to do YouTube lives. I'm going to do LinkedIn lives. I'm going to launch a podcast for small businesses. I'm going to do a newsletter. I'm going to advertising on Facebook, YouTube, and Google. I'm going to create short 6 and 15-second videos on YouTube, something I've never done, and I'm going to pay for it to drive traffic to this website. And wait until you hear the name. You're going to be like, what? That wasn't taken? No, it's not taken until now. So stay tuned. But anyways, I'm holding those 9 stocks. The market's going higher. I've got 7 people that I want to mention. So pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, or join me in a fast. Nothing but water. So if I'm all over the mat, by the way, I am all over the mat. I got some new lighting. I might look like shit at the moment. It looks a little too bright and close to me. It's one of those ring lights. So if I look a little off today, it's because I'm fasting and that light's right in my face. So cheers. I hope everybody's doing well and had a fantastic weekend. All right, before I mention the Lucky 7, and they're very, very important, make sure you follow me on Twitter, @RemoteOnline. Many of you did. I think we got over 300 followers in the last couple of days, which is awesome. I don't have a big Twitter presence. I'm about to when we launch this new business because I'm going to be recommending you guys every day. Hey, check out Joe. Hey, look at Sarah. Look at Steve. It's going to be amazing. Facebook, Twitter. I'm not even on Facebook, but I'm going back on just for you guys. It's going to be unbelievable. So anyway, quick recap before we go over these. Whenever you do a fast and you get beyond 24 hours and the aches start to go away, you get a little delirious. And it's actually kind of a light feeling. I feel like I could run around the block about 9 million times. So it's clear that I was toxic and I needed a break from food and coffee and sugar and all that shit. Alcohol. Checks are hitting the banks. $1,400 checks are in. People are getting the balance of 10 grand. Those of you that applied between July 15th when they ran out of money and December 27th, which is the cutoff, are getting emails. Those emails are going to continue at 50 to 100,000 a day for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'm predicting that it's going to go right through the end of March into April for all of you that are in low-income communities that applied when they ran out of money in the middle of July, all the way to the cutoff. And yes, you have to have applied by December 27th in order to get the $10,000 grant. Now, we do have in play a $5,000 supplemental grant that's for everyone. You don't have to be in low income. You can be low, middle, or high, but you got to be cut in half. You got to have that 50% economic loss. And most of you in 2020, in March and April, or April and May, did dip 50%. I went down almost 70. So I'm willing to stand at the back of the line in a high-income community, but I'm going to predict, as I said yesterday, and I may have said it the day before, it was a huge, huge move when the SBA took it upon themselves to use discretion to push out payments another year. If you're just crawling out from under a rock and you thought you had a payment due in the next couple of months, no, it's out another year. So to all my Debbie Downers, and we have so many, it's unbelievable. Yeah, but we're accruing interest. Yes, you are. But would you rather accrue and start paying now, or accrue and give me another year to get the damn thing forgiven altogether? I'll take another year. My goodness. It's like I could drop $9,999 in some of your laps. Where's the other dollar? I want my other dollar. You shortchanged me. I knew you were a con man. Let's blame it on the fast. If I sound like I'm whacked out, I'm blaming it on the fast. So the markets are rocking. We're making money. We're about to launch a business. You don't have to pay the loan for another year, which gives me a chance to get it forgiven along with guys like Big Ben Cardin. Without further ado, here are the lucky 7 that you'll notice I'm tagging. And I get a little aggressive, but I have a right to, and they know who I am at this point anyway. I would recommend that you're aggressive to a point. And pay particular attention to a couple of these people that are definitely friends. I would not get overly aggressive with a couple. I'll highlight them for you. First of all, shout out to Speak and See, who's done a number of really good videos lately. He did one where he mentioned another key player. She's one of the lucky 7, Nydia Velazquez. I mentioned her probably 6 months ago. She is the first Puerto Rican woman ever elected to the House of Representatives. And for the number of years, she's been the chairwoman that oversees the SBA. Nydia Velazquez. She's out of New York, my home state. I think it's the 7th district. I now live just north of Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm a big New Yorker, if you can't tell, but I don't have the obnoxious accent. But he was absolutely correct. If you look at her on tape in the last, you could go back several months. She's very small business friendly. Miss Isabel Guzman is also a Latina. Can we call her that? Latina? Puerto Rican of the same Spanish-ish descent. I'm sure I offended somebody right there, right? I'm trying to do the best I can. They're both Spanish / Puerto Rican / Latin. There are people that are going to be offended by that. You would be amazed what people get offended by. But anyway, Nydia Velazquez. She is the chairwoman that oversees the SBA. She has said a number of very friendly comments that indicate it's possible that everyone, regardless of size or location, could get the $10,000 or the balance thereof. So for all of you middle and high income community folks like myself, Nydia Velazquez out of New York is definitely an ally of this channel. Number 2, of course, is Maria Salazar. And I thought this was funny, right? She put forward a bill last Wednesday to get the loan payments deferred a full year. Well, the SBA took it upon themselves and used discretion, more on that in a second, to say, we're postponing payments a year. Well, Miss Maria Velazquez, Salazar, it's tough to get them all straight. Maria Salazar, Republican out of Miami in the House. She tried to take credit on Twitter last night, and I and others blasted her. Because, look, no Republicans voted for that bill. I understand there's a lot of pork in there, believe me. And as I said in one of my tweets, they both deserve to be thrown out of office. Because you can say, well, the Republicans are greedy. They didn't want to help anybody. Okay. Well, the Democrats were in control of every house. Why didn't they get rid of the low-income community requirement? Because they're both full of shit. Both sides, red, blue, purple, everything in between, until they give you 10 grand or the balance thereof, remove the caps, put them back at $2 million and forgive the loan altogether. They're all full of shit because they know deep down they should do it. They know deep down, Mr. Middle Class Joe Biden, who's not one of the lucky 7, although I've been tagging him too, he's Middle Class Joe. He's touring around the country now for the next 2 weeks claiming that he saved the middle class. My ass, Joe. You didn't give middle-income communities and small business owners the $10,000 grant they deserve. And you had control. Maybe you can even do it with an executive order, President Biden, and give everybody 10 grand regardless of size or location. In particular, those that are located in middle-income communities. Member number 3, John Cornyn and Jackie Rosen, 3 and 4, right? The EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S4227. Jackie's a Democrat out of Nevada. Her office is in Vegas, middle income. John Cornyn's a Republican, thank God, out of Dallas, Texas, middle income. They understand, and they've been getting hammered by yours truly and others, that they need to do something about this right now. Member number, 5, Isabel Guzman, who is, of course, the new head of the SBA. If she's anything like her predecessor, under the Obama administration, Miss Karen Mills, pinned in the top comment, December 10th, Facebook Live with Big Ben Cardin, who's number 6 of the Lucky 7. She said, Ben, we need to get small business owners another 6 months of working capital. The EIDL loan was designed to be 6 months of working capital. Why? We didn't think the pandemic would go on for a year. So in December, the former head of the SBA, Isabel Guzman, her protege, now running the SBA, said, we need to give out another 6 months of working capital. And if we can get the loan caps removed, that's going to mean that a lot of you are going to get more than 150 grand. As a quick example, the formula for the loan of 6 months of working capital is gross revenue minus the cost of goods or services divided by 2. So if you're a restaurant or a small law firm in New York or Miami, 2 key districts of the Lucky 7, and you were doing $1 million a year in income, and your cost of goods or services was 100 grand, that's 900,000 divided by 2 is 450 grand. Ms. Carranza capped the loans at 150 illegally. There's no reason why that Ms. Isabel Guzman couldn't say on her own, as she did with the loan payments deferral, you know what, we're getting rid of the caps. And it's gross revenue minus cost of goods and services divided by 2. So under that example, it's $1 million minus 100 grand, 900,000 divided by 2 is 450. So if we get another 6 months of working capital, at a minimum, you're looking at another 450,000. But it might in fact be, okay, we gave you 150,000. We're going to give you another 300,000 because that's what you should have got, plus another 450. But at a minimum, you can see how it's possible, if we get rid of the caps and get another 6 months of working capital, i.e. a loan equal or greater to than you already received, many of you are looking at a boatload of money. And of course, you wouldn't have to make payments, I'm guessing, on that for another year, perhaps even longer. So it's Nydia Velazquez, Maria Salazar, Big Ben Cardin, Jackie Rosen, John Cornyn, Isabel Guzman, senior moment, and the one and only Chuck Schumer out of my home state. Look, Chuck, you wanted this. This was your dream. I know you laid awake at night for months dreaming about getting rid of Darth Vader, Mr. Mitch McConnell, who's got tumbleweed flowing through his soul. The guy cares about nobody but himself. But now it's you, Chuck. What are you going to do? You remember in Peru, New York, August the 19th of last year, you sat under that tree in front of about 100 people about an hour from where I grew up, and you said, we want $80 billion and another $100 billion for the loan, $80 billion for the grant. There was no mention of that just knocked the water over. There was no mention of low-income community requirements, brand new desk all over the floor. So what's the deal, Chuck? You're running the show now. Call up a vote right now on the EIDL for Small Business Act, known as S4227, so we can get everybody 10 grand, regardless of size or location. Removal of the caps, put them back at $2 million where you belong. And of course, I want the damn EIDL loan forgiven so nobody watching this channel and the 9 million who applied ever pays the SBA a dime. So until next time, let me go clean up this water. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, I love you, and thanks so much for watching.